Hello everyone. Today we will cover financial statement in this lecture. Hope you already have a basic accounting understanding, and in case if you face any problem, then you can revisit the basic understanding lectures. That will help you a lot. So this lecture is mainly focusing on financial statement. Financial statement consists of many important parts. In this lecture I am focusing on two main components. The one is income statement and the second one is balance sheet. Today I'm not discussing service industry. I'm mainly focusing on trading activities where business is buying goods and selling it. So now look this one. Suppose you are purchasing merchandise for 6,000 and selling it for 8,000. If you just read this information and I ask you that whether through this transaction are you getting profit or loss, then you can read this information again and can give me a simple answer that you are getting profit of 2000. But student, when we use term profit in accounts, the actual term is not profit. In accounts, this difference is taken as gross profit. So whenever question is asking you to find out what is gross profit, it means that question is interested to use this formula. You can take sales, you can minus cost of sales, and the difference of these two will be called gross profit. So in general business terms, we simply say that we are getting profit or we suffered loss, but in accounts we do not use common term profit. That will come later on when we will reach to the profit. But over here, when we take sales and minus cost of sales, then this term is called gross profit. So if you practice this formula, one thing will be clear: how to calculate gross profit. Now check this one. This is more comprehensive as compared to the previous one. You have an opening stock of 500. Opening stock means this stock is already available in your store when you started a year, and later on you purchase goods of 6,000. So if I ask you that how much goods will be available in your business, so you can simply check it and you can answer that you have a total stock of 6,500. Now if you look this information and check that you are selling the whole stock for 8,000. Whole stock means whatever you had, you already sold it. So student, if I simply mark and highlight it and ask you whether you are getting profit or loss, again reminding you that if you're working on these concepts, keep your business mind first and then come to the accounting concepts. So you can say that I already have 500 stock, 6,000 I further bought. So I have a total stock of 6,500 and selling it for 8,000. Again, question is asking you what is gross profit. So student, over here to find out gross profit, we will take sales value, which is 8,000 as given here. Student, then now the cost of sales consists of two information. Cost of sales will take opening stock of 500, then purchase value, this is 6,500, 6,000, and your total sum is 6,500. So 8,000 is sales value, cost of sales is 6,500. If you minus it, then you can take profit of 1,500. So this profit will be called gross profit. I'm concluding it here that if you have opening stock, if you further bought some goods and you sold whole stock sold, then students simply add these to one minus from the sales value of 8,000, you will get gross profit. Now student, try to solve this one, but when you will come to this slide, you will see that now this question is more tricky as compared to the previous one. In previous one, we had opening stock, we bought some goods. Up to here, things are simple, and we are selling for 43,000. But now, student, I added one more concept in this one, and this concept is called closing stock. Closing stock means you were unable to sell this stock at the end of the year. So, student, if closing stock is given in your question, so I will break this slide into two computational working. The one is called what is cost of goods sold, and the second one is what is gross profit. If you are interested to find out cost of goods sold over here, so now we will use more comprehensive formula as compared to the previous one. So now, student, cost of goods sold will be calculated with the help of this concept. Opening stock plus purchases minus ending stock will give you cost of goods sold. So if you are going through all these slides, keep it in mind that when you are actually working on your income statement and you are interested to find out cost of goods sold, the actual formula that you have in your mind should be opening stock plus purchases minus ending stock. If you keep this formula on a rough sheet and hold for a moment and then go back to your previous slide. Now suppose I'm applying formula on this slide data, then I can solve and find out the cost of goods sold answer. So you can revisit it in this similar way. I'm showing you it's working, that if we have all the relevant information, then how can we calculate cost of goods sold. So student, over here I'm working in the format which we generally use in accounts. We have opening stock of 5,000. We are adding 25,000 of additional goods that we bought in this year. So the total sum of 30,000 is showing that this is the goods which is available for sale, and closing stock we will minus because this is the stock which we are unable to sell. So the final cost of goods sold will be 23,000. Student, this working that I am showing on this slide is appearing based on this data and based on this working. Now students, see that in this question we have two components. The one is called cost of goods sold and the second one is gross profit. Remember, when you are trying to find out gross profit, you need actually two information. One, sales, and the second, cost of goods sold. As we discussed earlier, look here. If you are interested to find out gross profit, you need sales and you need cost of sales. So I'm going to show you working of that one. So this is the actual gross profit information that we are trying to calculate. Sales value is 43,000, and this is the cost of goods sold that you already calculated. And when you minus it from the sales revenue, the gross profit will be 20,000. So remember, we are still working on the same concept. The only difference is that now the data is more comprehensive. You have opening stock, you have purchases, you add these two information to get goods available for sale. Then whatever closing stock value is given, you minus it, then the resulting answer will be called cost of goods sold. And if cost of goods sold amount is less than the sales value, then the difference is called gross profit. Now student, various other basic concepts which are required by a student at various stages, especially those who are not already familiar with the accounting fundamentals. Now look at this one. You have a sales revenue of 56,000. Sales return is given 600 and sales discount is given 2,000. If question is asking you to find out net sale, then student, you can use this formula. Take sales revenue minus sales return and sales discount. So if you take sales revenue value, you minus from that value sales return 600, and then you also deduct sales discount of 2,000, then you can find out net sales. So this is again a concept that if question or at any place you need to find out net sale, then you can use these two techniques to find out this value. Now look at this one. This is the way we can present that is sales revenue is given, then we will deduct sales return and discount, and then you will find out net sales value. In a similar fashion, student, in this question, we have a merchandise purchase for 26,000, and student, we paid transportation charges of 3,000. Further, we return goods of 500 and availed a discount of 3,200. Now, the concept that I am trying to explain here is net purchases. Whenever question is demanding you or you need net purchases, then student, you actually work with the concept I am discussing here. This is actually your gross purchases that you did. Later on, you paid transportation charges of 3,000. So naturally, transportation charges will increase the purchase value. So purchase value will be added in this transportation charges. Return goods means this is the goods which you return to your supplier. So you will minus it, and this is the discount that you obtain. So this discount will also be deducted from the purchase value. How you will calculate it, that I'm showing you on the next slide. This is the actual frame that I need in your mind, that when you are working on this concept, you will take purchases, you will add transportation in it, you will minus purchases return, you will minus purchases discount. So finally, you will be able to get net purchases. In accounting format, we do it like this: purchases, transportation, we will add, return and discount will be minus. You will finally get net purchases. Now, over here, I'm not holding this question for a long because I know that you are working on video. So you can pause video over here. Information is given. Then try to solve this one. Once you solve it, then on the next slide, the answer will be available. So rather than directly jumping on the activity answer, it's better to try it. So pause your video, take out rough sheet, try to solve it, and then see that how I am showing you on the next slide. So now, student, if you have solved this question, the activity, this is the answer, and I hope that you will minus all the informations as I discussed earlier. You will add the things which we require to add, and in case if you get confused, then there are various platforms where you can discuss with me. Uh, in case you find any mistake, you can also discuss with me over there. Now come to this one. Again over here, rather than jumping to the answer, just try to solve it yourself and think that whatever information is given in various previous slides, I discuss it one by one. So if you still need revision, you can go back to the previous slides and take out all the informations. Over here, student, I'm giving you some basic concepts that whenever question is asking you to find out current assets, these are the items that you should keep in your mind, because generally when we prepare balance sheet, these are common items that appear as a part of current assets. It will help you a lot when you are preparing your balance sheet. In fixed assets, in previous lecture, I have already discussed that when you are writing your fixed or non-current assets, accumulated depreciation or allowance for depreciation should be deducted from it. So this is again will help you whenever you are preparing balance sheet, that every non-current assets other than land, depreciation should be minus from that one. These are the common current liabilities that you may find in various questions. So it's better to note it down and keep in your practice that when you are finding unearned or when accrual expenses are given or short-term loan is given, so these are the items that appear on the current liability. Generally, student, in fixed liability, we have only long-term loan, but later on in different subjects at various stages, it is possible that you will find different kinds of liabilities. So better to keep these 4 items in your mind. This will help you a lot when you are practicing at certain level. Student, this honors equity is specifically for the sole proprietorship. It is not addressing partnership or corporation. So if you're working on sole proprietorship, then you will take capital, you will add profit that you obtained from the business, you can less loss that you suffered, and you will minus any drawing that is done by the owner. In case if any additional investment is given, then you can add it. Later on in practice mode, I'll give you a certain activities where you will apply these techniques to find out owner's equity. I hope you enjoy this lecture. If you have any comments, you can put it. Subscribe the channel, uh, and it will give you many new interesting things that will be appeared in different lectures. Thank you. Thank you very much.